Yo, what's up, guys? It's me again. Corwin70, I guess. I guess I don't really use my YouTube name much. I just say hello, guys, but my YouTube name is Corwin70, which is also my Xbox gamer tag. Before we jump into this video, I want to say I did get the new next-gen console. I got it on Wednesday, a couple days ago. Got the Series S, not the X. Yeah, I'm broke, so I went with the cheaper one. But I had to get on StockX, and it still cost me close to $500. So, but I got the new next gen, and gotta say, it's a lot smaller than I thought, which I like. It's good. One second. Here is my old Xbox. Just the Xbox One, the original Xbox One. Thing's huge and dusty. I gotta dust it out, but I'm gonna sell it on eBay. But here is the new one. It's hard to do a size comparison, but I could probably pick it up. But I already have it plugged in. I already have it on a game, so I'm just waiting on people. Yeah, it's a lot smaller than that one I just showed you. It's like a quarter the size. But yeah, it's I like it. All right, so this video, the Lions have finally got their new general manager, Mr. Brad Holmes. Sounds like a singer. His name sounds like a singer. Not gonna lie. He was the director of college scouting in Los Angeles Rams, at the Los Angeles Rams. He wasn't my first choice. He was in my top 3 in GM choices. Number 1 was Ed Dodds. I really wanted Ed Dodds. But Brad Holmes, he's not a bad candidate. I don't know if he was ever GM, so I think still kind of new at that. However, he was a college scout, which means he knows a thing or two about scouting college prospects, which I guess is good. You want somebody who can do that. And so I like it. I do like the pick. I guess we could have gotten a worse guy, but I mean, the Rams have been successful. They went to a Super Bowl 2 years ago, so hey, why not? Change the culture. I just hope we don't do what we try to do with Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia, become the Patriots. I hope we don't try to become the Rams. But we got to give this guy a shot, just like we did Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia. So hopefully he'll be helping us get back to the playoffs and have a chance at a Super Bowl. Now, head coaching. We still have not yet to sign a head coach. Or hire a head coach, I guess. I guess about the same thing. My number 1 choice is the head coach of the Jets, Robert Saleh. He was my number 1 choice. So my top 3 choices. Number 1 is Dan Campbell, the assistant head coach of the New Orleans Saints. He just seems like a really good leader, and he was able to learn under Sean Payton, who is a great coach. And the Saints have been relevant for, I think, 2 decades? I mean, it's ever since Drew Brees took over, they've been relevant. And it's not just part of Sean Payton. It's the whole coaching staff. So, I wouldn't mind having... Now, I'm not saying Dan Campbell was with New Orleans Saints for 2 decades. I'm not trying to say that. I'm saying is, though, that I want someone coming from a winning culture. And Dan Campbell's coming from a winning culture. Now, I also want to mind Arthur Smith. However, this morning, I've been reading reports saying he is no longer going to be interviewing with the Lions. He's probably going to become Atlanta Falcons head coach. So Arthur Smith is probably off the table. Joe Brady is another guy I want them to interview and go after. And also, whatever happened to Mike McDaniels? Before the season ended, he was high on the talk. During the head coaching talks, he was, getting high praise. He just seemed to just drift away. He's gone. Like, does he still wanted to be a head coach? Like, I wouldn't mind giving him a chance. Or that Chiefs head offensive coordinator. I can't remember his name right now, but yeah, my number one right now is Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell or Joe Brady. There's talk saying that Brad Holmes may want to try to talk to the Rams defensive coordinator, but I don't want to I'd rather them not try to do what they tried to do with Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia, where Bob Quinn came from the Patriots and they hired a Patriots coordinator. I'd rather them not, hire a Rams guy and then hire another Rams guy as a coach. So I just don't think hiring two people from the same organization is the best fit for a different team. But that's just my opinion. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I want Dan Campbell. So, a lot of people have been asking me, like, who do you want to draft in this year's draft in the first round? Like, who do you want to pick at 7? And, my response is, it all depends on what they do with Stafford. If they trade Stafford, then obviously I want them to go out there and pick a quarterback in the first round for him to develop, because then we'll probably go in rebuild mode. If we trade Stafford, we're going in rebuild mode. If we keep Stafford, it's not necessarily a rebuild, it's more like a retool, like 1 year, then bam, because Stafford still has a good 3 or 4 years left in him, I think, maybe even 5. But if we do keep Stafford, I wouldn't be surprised if they do go after a quarterback to sit under Stafford for a year and have him develop. But if we do keep Stafford, I'd rather them go defense, like Micah Parsons from Penn State, that linebacker, because their linebackers suck. I mean, other than Jamie Collins and Kristen Jones. But Tavai, I don't even know why he's in the NFL. This dude is, I don't know. And then Jared Davis, he had his moments, but we need that guy. We need a linebacker who can take over. And Micah Parsons, I think, is that guy. Now, obviously, I also wouldn't mind going wide receiver. There's some good wide receivers in this draft, whether it's Jamar Chase or Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Batman. But, maybe we go after wide receiver because we only have 2 wide receivers on contract for next season right now. That's Quintez Cephas and Geronimo Allison. So, I don't know. But like I said, for number 7, it's all going to depend, in my mind, of what we do with Stafford. Of what Brad Holmes wants to do with Stafford. If you trade Stafford, we're obviously going to go into a rebuild. We're probably going to pick a quarterback for number 7. That's probably what's going to happen. If we keep Stafford, I would like them not to pick a quarterback. I would like them to go after Michael Parsons if he's still on the board, or a wide receiver. That's just my opinion. Now, like I said, if we do keep Stafford, I would not be surprised if they do pick a quarterback at number 7, just to have him sit under Stafford for a year, have him develop, and then take over the team. And, I mean, like I said, it's all going to depend on what the Lions want to do with Stafford. Now, there's been talk saying Darrell Bevell may be the head coach. Now, a lot of people are saying, no Darrell Bevell. We don't want Darrell Bevell. Okay, here's my opinion. I would not be upset if we hired Darrell Bevell as head coach. The reason why is I'm not basing this off of his record as head coach. He had 5 games with a team that was just terrible. I mean, you could put Vince Lombardi on that. Vince Lombardi, Bill Belichick, Andy Reid, Sean McVay. I mean, it doesn't matter who the head coach was. For the Lions in those last 5 games, a 1-4 record in the last 5 games, or 1-5, whatever it was, that's probably the best record you're probably going to have. I mean, obviously, maybe if, had Andy Reid or Sean Payton or Bill Belichick, you might have won another game there and here, maybe went 2-4, but it's just, that team was just terrible, and now we have to try to rebuild it, or retool it, I guess, renovate it. So, but I'm just trying to base it off of what Daredevil did with the team when he took over when Matt Patricia was fired. When Matt Patricia was fired and Daredevil took over, in the last 5 games of the season, the players played with energy, more energy than I've seen in a while, more enthusiasm than I've seen in a while, and the players actually looked like they wanted to play for the coach. When Matt Patricia was head coach, I said this before, when he got his first win as a head coach against his New England Patriots in his first year as head coach of the Lions, there was no like sideline celebration, no, hooting and hollering for Matt Patricia. It was just, hey, we won the game, cool. When Daredevil beat the Bears, the sideline was rocking. They were congratulating him. They were all hyped. They were, I think they even gave him a Gatorade bath. I don't think they did that for Patricia, but it just seemed like the players wanted to play for Bevel. And you want a coach who the players want to play for. Because if the players don't want to play for your coach, 9 times out of 10, your team's going to be bad, no matter who you have on the team. If they don't want to play for the coach, then it's hard for them to actually play. Now, I understand the competitive motion and competitive spirit will take over, but there's only so much that can do. But in the heart, if the player doesn't have heart for the team or for the coach, your team's not going to do well, no matter who your head coach is, or no matter who you have on the team. So, I wouldn't mind having Jared Bevel as head coach because he injected enthusiasm and energy to the team. The players like him. It was obvious, and they wanted to fight for Bevel. So, I wouldn't mind giving Bevel a chance. But like I said, my number one. Okay, I'm gonna redo my top 3. My top 3 is Dan Campbell. Number 2, Joe Brady. Number 3, Daredevil. That's my top 3. I'd be happy with either one of those guys. So, there's my opinion. That's basically only news the Lions have. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update of what the Lions are doing. When we do hire a head coach, I'll make another video talking about him, and hopefully free agency. Well, that's gonna be after the Super Bowl. Actually, today's Friday. It's gonna be 2 videos into one, I guess. I just decided to do this because I forgot. I'm gonna do my little predictions for the divisional round. Alright, I think I remember who they face. The Rams play the Packers. Browns face the Chiefs. Ravens play the Bills. And the Saints play the Rams. Yeah, okay. Alright. I'm not going to go in any particular order. I'm just going to call out the games and predict. Browns and Chiefs. The Browns beat the Steelers in the wild card round. Chase Claypool was kind of salty. He went live and said, yeah, that was a bad loss for our team, but the Browns are going to get smacked in the division round, so it's all good. I don't think the Browns are going to get smacked. I think it's going to be a better game than people think. Baker Mayfield has been red hot lately. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt's been holding down the offense. I mean, I shouldn't say holding down like they're terrible. That offense has been rolling. And their defense is good. But so is the Chiefs. Chiefs got a really good high-power offense, so they're coming off a bye week. So I don't know. Maybe a team that's red hot played, or versus a team that, rest his start. I mean, Patrick Holmes has not played in a couple weeks. He didn't play in week 17, and he didn't play in the wild card. So there's 2 weeks he hasn't played. I mean, obviously, that probably really won't affect him, but, you're playing against a team who just beat their rivals, who are coming off a huge win, who've been playing, or have a team that's been kind of resting for a couple weeks. I'm still picking the Chiefs. I'm picking the Chiefs to win. But I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I think it's gonna be like Chiefs 34 and the Browns 24 or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be more high power game. But I'm picking the Chiefs to win that game. But I would not be surprised if the Browns make a game out of it. And I also won't be shocked if they pull out a win. I mean, I'm picking the Chiefs, but I would not be surprised if the Browns pull off a win. But yeah, I'm picking the Chiefs. And then the other AFC game, the Ravens at the Bills. The Ravens had a comeback against the Titans, and the Bills beat the Colts. This is a really tough game to decide. I mean, a lot of people say, why not just pick the Bills? They've been red hot lately. Yeah, well, the Ravens are the Ravens. And Lamar Jackson is not a scrub. He is a good quarterback. But I'm still picking the Bills. Just because Josh Allen has that team rolling. He has that team rolling. He is red hot. And that defense is good. And Lamar Jackson's never played in this snow or cold. He's been lamenting about that, so I don't know how well he's going to do in the cold. I mean, I know he's in Baltimore, but still, he was saying like he's never played in the snow before, and apparently there's forecasted snow. Now, I don't think that's really going to affect him much, but I'm just looking at it this way. The Ravens have who's the wide receivers? Marquise Brown, Des Bryant, they don't have that one guy that is a go-to guy. And if they shut down Lamar Jackson's run, if they can shut down the run threat from Lamar Jackson and make him throw, it's going to be really difficult. Obviously, the Ravens can pass. He can pass and they can score. But I'd rather have the Bills receiving core than the Ravens receiving core right now. And the defenses, I think the Bills have the slight edge over Baltimore. So yeah, I'm picking the Bills to win this game, but again, I think this game's also going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a 34-31, any winning field goal type of thing. But yeah, I'm picking the Bills. NFC side, we got two old guys going against each other. Tom Brady and Drew Brees, the Buccaneers versus the Saints, divisional opponents in the divisional round. I gotta say this, I'd be happy with either of them because, I want to kind of see Tom Brady win the 7th ring, but I also think that this is Drew Brees' last season in the NFL, and I kind of want him to try to go out with a Super Bowl. That'd be kind of cool. But this game is going to be a good game. I mean, Tom Brady has that team rolling as well. He's been red hot, especially what he did to the Lions. And I understand the Lions are the Lions, but still, what he was able to do with the Lions. And then when he, it just seems like Tom Brady just activates this type of mode when he gets into the playoffs, and he's activated it, and it's gonna be a fun matchup to watch. I mean, you got on one side Tom Brady with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Ronald Jones the second, Leonard Fournette, who's been cooking up lately, even Antonio Brown has been playing well. And then you got the Saints. You got Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, Drew Brees, Emmanuel Sanders. This is going to be a good, fun matchup. Both defenses are good, but I feel like it's going to be more of a shootout. Because I think both quarterbacks want to show the world that they're not washed up yet. I expected this to be a high-power game. I am going with the Saints just because they're home and it's hard to win in the Superdome. But like I said, I'd be happy with either win. I wouldn't be surprised if the Buccaneers pull it out. This is gonna be a good game. I'm really excited to watch it. But yeah, I'm picking the Saints. Then the last game, or I guess I don't know, maybe the first game, but like I said, it was no in particular order. But the last game I haven't talked about yet is the Packers and the Rams. John Warford is inactive. Jared Goff's going to get the start. Blake Bortles is going to back him up. Jared Goff is still recovering from a thumb surgery, and he's not fully healthy according to Sean McVay, because he was going to start John Warford, but that Jamal Adams hit on him, he's not going to be playing. And I was just watching this Tom Grassi guy on his podcast. He was talking with the Rams guy who lives in Germany yesterday. And what the Rams guy said, I do agree. If the Rams can make Aaron Rodgers uncomfortable and Jared Goff commits no turnovers and the Rams play a clean game, the Rams will have a good shot in this game. Because the Rams defense is still playing at elite level. I mean, Aaron Donald's going to play. I mean, I know he's dealing with that rib injury, but still Aaron Donald. But, I mean, the Packers' defense is not bad either. I mean, they got a really good defense over there, too. But it's all going to come down to turnovers, I think. If the Rams start committing turnovers, the Packers are going to win easily. Because, I mean, they're playing at Lambeau, and the Packers just don't make a lot of mistakes. Like, if you can get Aaron Rodgers to play like he did against Tampa Bay in the regular season, you can have a good chance. But if you do what the Lions failed to do in the second game against the Packers, just let Aaron Rodgers sit back in the pocket and, not get any pressure on him, it's going to be a long day for the Rams, no matter how good their defense is. Because Aaron Rodgers will pick them apart. I don't expect Davante Adams to have a really good game because Jalen Ramsey has been locked down on the best wide receivers this year. So expect Marquez Valdez-Scantling or Royan or whatever his name is, the tight end. Other wide receivers to get probably it's just little out routes to Aaron Jones, and maybe get the running game going. But I'm picking the Packers, just because I think they're the better team. Obviously, they're the number 1 seed for a reason. But this game can go either way. It could be a blowout and it could be close. It just depends on how the Rams play and if they can get Aaron Rodgers uncomfortable. I mean, I'm picking the Packers. So, as a recap, I am picking the Bills, the Chiefs, the Saints, and the Packers. Basically, the higher seeds. But like I said, I wouldn't mind. I would not be surprised if any of the, and actually I would think they're all the home teams too. I would not be surprised if any of the away teams pull off a win. Like, I would not be surprised if the Browns pull off a win. I would not be surprised if the Buccaneers pull off a win. And I also wouldn't be surprised if the Ravens pull off a win. The only team I guess I'd really be kind of surprised if the Rams pull out a win, just because I just don't think the Rams could, even if they play a clean game, I just don't know if they can beat the Packers. Be a happy surprise because I'm a Lions fan, but I just, don't think the Rams can do it. Can they? Yes. Do I think this is going to happen? No. So yeah, that's my video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Have a great day.